Internally displaced persons from Western Tigray sheltering in various campuses in Shira, northwestern Tigray, are now facing severe starvation and multitude of hardships. They report that their lives are in jeopardy as their tents have been torn apart, leaving them exposed to precarious conditions.
Our lives are deteriorating and we are suffering. We haven't received any support. Nothing has been done to improve our situation. Many of us are enduring extremely harsh conditions. We were displaced in 2020 and the war has left us without medication, food or water. Conditions in the IDP camps are severe. Many IDPs are suffering from diseases such as diabetes, hypertension and HIV. We are unable to help them due to lack of resources.
The IDPs expresses renewed optimism about returning to their homes following the agreement between the Interim Regional Administration of Tigray and the federal government. The IDPs stresses on the importance of this agreement being honored, underscoring that their hopes must be dashed. They make an urgent appeal to be resettled before the onset of the rain season. We urgently need to return home before the rain season escalates, as our homes may be further damaged, and living in mud with heavy rains will be unbearable. Returning now while the weather is still favorable will mitigate our suffering and prevent the rain from overwhelming us. Additionally, accessing the necessary assistance is vital for our successful resettlement.
We urge both the federal government and the Tigray government to prioritize our swift return home before the rainy season begins. Living in muddy conditions has been extremely difficult, and a closer look at each tent reveals the urgency of our situation. It's crucial that we are able to return home promptly to prevent illnesses. We have been informed to return by the end of June. As such, we implore both the government of Tigray and the federal government to fulfill their promise and facilitate our timely return home.
The IDPs expresses their plight, emphasizing on their suffering to cease once the agreed upon measures are put into action. They call upon concerted stakeholders of the agreement to play their part in facilitating their safe return home.
The negotiating parties must collaborate closely with both Tigray and the federal government to ensure the implementation of the agreement and thereby expedite our swift return home.
We cannot afford to let the glimmer of we hold on to fade away. Those who are concerned about Tigray must step forward to assist us in facilitating our return home, alleviating us from the current dire situation we are facing. The situation in the IDPs camps remain volatile, and they face uncertain future unless they return home before the timeline outlined in the agreement.